All right. Yo, back with another episode of the Smooth Way Podcast with your host, Destin Parker, and the co-host, Kendall Allen. Say what's up, Kendall.
Yo.
So we're back again on the episode, consistent weeks, back-to-back weeks, so this is on the beginning of the up and up or the consistent every week drop for us. When you hear the episode, most likely it's going to be Thursday when this episode comes out. So anybody that's listening, today we're getting into childhood, man. Our childhood stories. Talking a little bit. Kind of giving the listeners a little bit about your two hosts here of the Smooth Way Podcast, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about since the holidays are up, Christmas is coming around the corner. We're about to head in 2019. We'll talk about a little bit how Christmas was for us as a kid, and then probably how it's differently now for Kendall having kids now, and probably kids just in general, how Christmas is portrayed. So let's get right into it, man. So you're a Florida boy. I'm Huntsville, Texas and all that stuff. So I'm pretty sure you got a couple stories that you can give the listeners a little bit, just kind of a little insight about yourself, man. You got any funny ones off the top of your head, man? What you got for me, man?
Oh, man. My favorite story to tell that a lot of people probably know, but I've been a singer like all my life. So I've been singing since, I want to say it started maybe like 5th, 6th grade. So seventh grade, we're junior high school, we're going to like the districts and everything. And me and my boy Ryan are the only dudes in our chorus class, which is great because, we're only dudes with a whole bunch of women, That's awesome. I'll never forget this moment though, because we get out of, I think we just got done singing or something. So, we're walking off the stage, walking outside, and, there's these Ridgeview girls. They're all in this nice blue bright dresses. And, we're like, oh, dang, look, oh, wow. And then there was a pole about the size up to my crotch area. And I ran straight into the pole, like all the way into the pole. Like, didn't know the pole was there. So as you can imagine, it's not like I cut the brace for impact. No, it hit me square in, my childhood, my manhood, and all that.
That makes you rethink life.
Yeah, so I spent the rest of the day like, dang. Now, granted, we recovered. We was able to, still chat with the ladies, but man of the hour. But my boy was able to actually get a couple numbers out there. Me, I wasn't so successful. But like as I said, I still got the chat. That's all that matters. But yeah, that is the top most embarrassing moment in Kendall's life. That's why when anybody talks smack to me, I just look at them like, bro, you can't get me, dog. Listen, I already had my most embarrassing moment, so there is no going hard on me. I'm just saying.
Oh, that's funny, man. You know what? That's because man. Because how old are you? How old are you when this happened again?
So how old are you when you're in junior high school? Like pre-teen, pre-13-ish?
Pretty much.
Yeah, probably like 12, 13.
Probably the oldest probably be 13, unless you one of those kids that started late. You probably 14 at the latest. But
I ain't started late though. I ain't one of those kids. But
I ain't one of those kids. Man, I could especially middle school time, it's that awkward stage for all of us. You come into being a teenager, you're hitting puberty and stuff like that. So moments like that was like you think that was the end of the world for you. Especially in front of the girls especially when you're liking girls now, you're like, you try to be smooth, and then you hit yourself on a pole, and then you're like, all right, real quick.
And it's like they're not like far away either. They're like right smack dab. They're standing on top of the stairwell, so it's they see. I'm looking, they're looking. I'm looking, they're looking.
They're looking.
And there was a moment I wasn't looking because I was too worried about But yeah, that's like my favorite childhood memory, to be honest with you.
All right, man. So mine won't be necessarily so funny. It's funny now if you ask my family and stuff like that. I don't know if I ever told you the story. Your boy, back when he was little, he was pyromaniac. I don't know if you know this or not. I've had some incidents when it comes to playing with fire. So let's start off with, I have two incidents. I can't say a word right now. The first one, let's start off with the first one. My coming to my own, I guess, as a child. So I'm around about 5 years old. So at this point in time, I think this is probably before my one of my brothers is born, so I'm like the only child. And so it's just me and my mom, and I'm currently playing in the room by myself. Normally, your parents leave. You just chill. You playing with toys. And so I remember this toy vividly. If someone would just show me this toy right now, it was this toy I got from like Burger King when they gave you good. This is back when they gave you good toys. Back in the day when they gave you some good toys. It was
the only good toys I remember was the Pokemon toys, and that was long time ago.
That and those Rugrats watches, but but this was like this blue skull toy that opened up and it had like this little thing that, like a little game on the inside of it. And I remember, breaking the blue part off the front of it. And I remember they were outside my room on this I guess you would say cabinet area. There was a candle lit that my mom had lit, and I remember sticking this toy inside this candle, and it caught on fire. So I'm currently in my room, and I'm like, okay, I'm like 4 or 5, and I'm panicking. So I throw this toy in my closet, and with throwing it in my closet, I throw my jacket on top of it, and thinking in my mind as a child, thinking that everything is A-okay. Well, moments later, there is smoke rolling out of my room. And my mom is like, what in the hell is going on? So she hops up off the couch. She's in the couch, laying on the couch. Hops up off the couch. And you go in my room, and I tell you, my whole closet is in flames. I tell you, in flames, brother. Hey, and so I remember this vividly because I remember my mom. This is the funny part. It's not funny at the time, but it's funny because I remember my mom running to the kitchen and grabbing these little 12-ounce cups of water and running back and forth to the kitchen from my room, throwing little cups of water on this. Like by this time the flame is out of control. There's nothing you can do. You gotta have a fire extinguisher. You're not gonna put this out with like some plastic cups full of water. Man, we did get out of there safely. No, neither my mom or me were harmed. And I remember us going back to visit this apartment, man, and everything was like charcoal black from our room through the living room. This whole place was toast. Damn. And it's just that's just the beginning role of a lot of your boy's misfortune as a kid. I was terrible. I'm good now. I'm fine now. But that's just one of the stories. I got another one in chamber, but I'll let you alternate back to yourself. But just let you ponder that one, man.
Hey, I mean, I ain't. Are we sure you're not out there starting forest fires, man? You must say watch the Smokey the Bear videos. I'm just saying.
I didn't listen to that Brown Bastard.
Wow. Okay, so probably top 2 of my favorite stories would happen to be when me and my brother got caught going to Winn-Dixie trying to buy cap guns.
Oh.
And yeah, cause back in the day they had the cap guns. You could just pay, we get a little allowance, So
yeah.
Now we're not supposed to ride out the neighborhood because Winn-Dixie was maybe like a mile away, so it's not too far. It's not. I mean, I guess those times were fine. Nobody was nobody little kids.
Nah, not for real.
But we weren't supposed to leave the neighborhood as it was, so we go there, and our friend next door took us down there. He's older. I think he's like 4 years older than me. So we got the adult with us. So we ride there, get the Winn-Dixie, get the cap guns. We're good. So we're just riding our bikes back, and me and my boy, we in the front, and all is my brother ducking to the woods. Like, why are you ducking into the woods? And then I look, I see my dad's truck. So I ducked into the woods. And the funniest thing about it is my dad's like, yeah, man, you know what? Y'all would have got away. I never would have looked. But he said, I'm like, I looked over, I see some kids just ducking in the woods. And I'm like, wait a minute. Those are my kids. And all I know is you see a truck just swerve. It's like, y'all get y'all home right now. And he talking about the ride home being so sad, and then just walking in the house. My mama, apparently he didn't tell my mom what happened because we just walked to the room, and she's like, my mom was just all nonchalant. How y'all doing? Hey, what's going on? What's wrong? Man, I never forget that too. Cause my brother got the whooping first, and he had failed, boy. And parents back then they put the foot on you and just go doom 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 doom. So
it did.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh man.
So, memo to kids out there: if you're doing something that you ain't supposed to do, just keep it clean, keep it nonchalant. Because once you make it look like you're doing something wrong, people go notice. Well, actually, no, don't do nothing wrong. Just how about you just do what you're supposed to do? Because
Or you put like this: even if you do something wrong and you think you get away with it, somehow your parents always find out.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
the
they
crazy
do.
thing, always find out. Like that's like your parental superpower for anybody out there. It's like
It's
once you
like
get like a parent, you gain these gifts to figure out what your kids are doing.
I don't even think it's gifts because even with my kids, it's just I guess because you know how you were and they're your
Yeah.
kids, so you
Yep.
already know the game because they got your blood in you, so they got your DNA. So anything that you have thought of doing, they gonna want to do too. So
Yeah.
you just know. Like when I look at Eli jumping on the couch, like or something happened when I'm in the room and something happens, and I just walk out there, I was like, I know something happened. I heard it, and I know
Yeah.
you did it because based on the sound.
And
So
your face looking at me. Yep. I do that like
yeah,
ain't nothing happened.
nope. So, oh yeah.
So let's break. We're gonna split the second fire story with how I cracked a UPS truck windshield. I did
Yeah.
this too,
What are you
bro.
doing?
Bro, okay, let you know I had a,
Hoodlum.
I was bad.
Hey, good
Like
lord, son. I thought I was bad.
I was like, okay, I wasn't like, like I was going to juvie, man. I mean, maybe if I stayed in Huntsville. So I remember, I was playing outside in the front yard. My mom's in the house. I'm just chilling, and I was playing with like this. It was like, I don't know in retrospect how big the stick was compared to like what reality the stick size was. Like maybe I was this grown, and then when I was a kid, but for me it was seemed pretty big. And I remember looking out. I was like, kind of like this, where my front yard is. It's just right there right there where the street is. The street is like right there. And it's like a main street, just like in your main neighborhood street. So I remember looking to my left, and there is a brown UPS truck, of course, coming rolling through. And I don't know what came over me in my head, and I was like, hey, I want to fling this at the front of this windshield, and let's see, can I hit it? Well, my God, my damn, I did hit the joker, and I cracked the crap out of that windshield, bro. And I hit it, and I took off running around the house, like behind the house, like I had somewhere to hide. Like,
I
bro,
mean, did you think you were gonna miss or something? That's what I want to know. It's not like them trucks are small. I mean, come on, man.
like I had a lot of room for error, obviously, but
You had a lot of room to connect too. Hey, I mean,
yeah, I remember watching that Joe A go. I said, "Oh boy, I was gone around the house, man." Oh man, I just remember, like, I don't know if I can't remember if I got a whooping, but I do remember the guys like pulled over and I think they talked to my mom and all that stuff, man. But I know my mom.
no, you got a whooping, bro. It might have been a bad whooping. That
Yeah,
you don't remember how bad it was, but you got a whooping, bro.
like that.
Oh no.
Now looking back at it, man, I feel bad for my mom, man, because like, I was a handful, man. And that's just like the early stage. It's like I have tons of stories where I'm just like I'm getting kicked out of class or getting suspended from school. Bro, I turned out a lot better than what my trajectory was as a kid. Like
I'm gonna just be a little petty though. Hey, don't let your kids come around me and be like, "Hey, man, you know what your daddy's favorite thing to do is? Those stuff at UPS trucks. You should try it one day. Just don't do it in my neighborhood, little boy."
right there on Kendall Street.
Hey, nah, don't do it on my street. Hey, actually, you can do it on my street because unless y'all moving back no time soon, I mean, hey, he'll be gone. He'll be able to escape. Hey.
All right, man. But I'll turn it back over to you, man. What you got for me?
So, what do I got? Let's take it back. So I can always talk about my first time cussing. I thought that was pretty interesting because it was just like a normal day. My dad was in the military, so it's probably one of his deployments he was going. My grandma came and stayed with. Oh gosh, I can. Here we go. I can segue to my grandma. We'll just make grandma the funny inside story because grandma used to come. This is my mama. When she used to come, everybody used to come. We used to go play basketball all the time. When grandma came into town, you were stuck in the house. You couldn't do nothing. You couldn't even stay outside on the porch. It was, can we come outside? No. Can you come outside? No. Can you come outside? No. So it got to a point where we'll just open the window and everybody would just sit in the window. She didn't mind that because we were still in the house. But no, it was like one night, we was doing something. And all I know is I was like, yeah, man, that was an asshole move. And then I went to the table and everybody just looked. And I was like, I guess I did just cuss at my mom. And I ain't gonna beat her. I can't never remember the conversation, but my grandma, everybody just looked and laughed. I'm like, I never imagined this going this way it did, but yeah.
You know, that first cuss word out of your child's mouth, you know, when it's like incidental, like, you know, it's not because in your mind they know you don't know what you mean when you say it, and so for them it's funny, you know. But if you was out there like after that, then you started turning to Samuel L. Jackson as a kid, okay, we got an issue now. He turned to Samuel L. started, you know, MFing and dropping the whole world, you know, like, oh, whoa, 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 Kendall. And then we got to stop it. But the first one's always funny because it's so out of left field. You're not prepared for your child to say this or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if Jared Hartley's ever go listen to the podcast, but he already knows my son's first cuss word. But I'll leave that for a different date. But he'll get a laugh out of it because he know what I'm talking about.
Oh man. All right, man. So this is fire number 2, guys. Fire number 2 in your boy's life. This is the final fire in my, you know, livelihood. Now I still did bad things. I still got in trouble for other things, but this is the last fire. So I'm probably 10 years old when this second fire happened. So you would think, you know, by this time I'm a little bit more witted not to be messing up anything, but I'm not. So 5th grade, my mom, we were getting ready for school that morning. I remember this, we were getting ready for school that morning. Mom sent me down outside to the car to get her curling iron out of the car. So I proceeded to go downstairs to get this curling iron. While I'm in this getting this curling iron, I found a book of matches. A book of matches, sir. And so I remember striking, I think I only struck one, I think maybe 2, but I struck one to the point I struck it. And I'm looking at it, but I'm not thinking like, oh, it's burning, you know, the whole match down, and it burnt my finger when it got too low, and I dropped it up under the seat.
Oh God!
You know, now in my mind, I'm not thinking that the thing is still lit. I'm thinking it like, I dropped it. Okay, it's over. Take the curling iron, close the door, and then go back in the house. Well, we're all time to go. We go outside, and my mom had a Pontiac Grand Am red. I remember this car because I think my grandparents got it for her. And, you know, it's all red, you know, with no tint on it. Well, when you go outside and the inside of your car is fully black, it looks like you got 0% tint on your car. And so my mom was like, what is going on? Like, why is the car like blacked out on the inside? This car was on fire. It just burnt to the ground. Cause we lived in Sound Home. I remember where it burnt down at. It had left a ring, outer impression of the car into the concrete, man. And we're back. We're back with the Smooth Way Podcast, man. And we're going to talk a little bit about Christmas. With the holidays coming up around the corner, it is December, a few weeks away from Christmas. For most people's favorite time of the year. You got Christmas movies, songs. You know, you got the family coming together. You got the sharing of gifts, the sharing the time to be together. You know, and we're going to talk a little bit for each other. How Christmas was, you know, when we were younger. So I'll let Kendall open it up for us, man.
Yeah, man, Christmas was great actually growing up. Like as you said, family time, presents. Even though we didn't really have a lot growing up, my parents made sure Christmas was always that time we got, you know, all the gifts and stuff. But yeah, man, I always enjoyed Christmas, man. I don't enjoy Christmas now, but I mean, we can get into that to a minute, just because it's all this commercialization, but we can talk about that. But how was your Christmas growing up?
My Christmas was also great. I guess one question, Christmas was great for me. You know, I always got everything I needed, you know, everything I wanted. You know, you asked my mom, me and my brother never wanted a whole lot. I think as we got older, we got to a point where we wanted just these few items. And when we got them, we were good. Like it went from like a bunch of stuff to like 3 or 4 things and like in a bunch of clothes and like, all right, we set. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, you know, this is before we hit like grown. Like we're like early, you know, I'm early teen. My brother Sean's in his late, you know, heading into double digits, like 10 or something like that. And so it just got to one of those points where, you know, Christmas, like, I guess it's like I got to that point where I didn't want a whole lot, you know, or like if I didn't get it, I just didn't need it. I guess I do have one question. Was your family a real tree, Christmas tree people, or a fake tree that you had in the attic and you busted out every Christmas?
We always did the real tree. I want to say not everybody did the real tree in the family, but I know our household did. I loved it too because we rock a fake tree now. I'm trying to. I feel like I had to make an act of Congress to get a real tree, but it's gonna happen. Even if I go out there and buy it myself and just bring it home, it's gonna happen.
So April's family did the fake tree when is that what you're saying? Or did they, are y'all just doing it now?
Well, I don't know what they did growing up. They do the fake tree now, but her growing up, I don't know what kind of tree they did. I never really asked her that question.
Okay, because that's funny, Okay, because like we did the fake tree. Amherst folks, they did the real tree. So it's new for me to get into this whole swing of getting a tree every year. I'm used to having that one tree and you bust it out and you put it up and then you go from there and you tear it down. For her, the family and her, they've got a tree every year. For me, it just sounds like I got some extra work I got to do. I got to throw away this tree and it sheds everywhere. It's just, that's all.
But, I mean, it's easy throwaway. You all you do is set it on the curb, though. I mean, and then you don't got to worry about it taking up space in your attic like mine do. So.
Yeah, but then I got to go out and find another tree or sit out in the cold and make sure we get the right. Man, whatever, man.
It's like finding that golden ticket, It's just like it's exciting, Drilling in rush,
You know what? I'm gonna let you have your real tree. I mean, I gotta suffer with it. Hey, my wife wanted it, I gotta get it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? If she want the real tree, I guess I can go help her pick up this real tree and strap it to the car so we can get to the house.
Hey, I can do you a favor. I'll take a picture of my fake tree right now and send it to you so you feel at home.
Hey, dude, that's what I like. And I really like, because I think like when you're younger and you're set in like a certain way your holidays are set up, it's hard when someone else does something a little bit different from your holiday setup, because it's like I didn't grow up doing that. Like a fake tree was just the norm for me. I'm not used to this whole real tree thing. And she's like, yeah, we always got a real tree, smell the pine and everything. I don't know nothing about that. My grandparents didn't have a real tree. They had the fake one. Now I don't know, maybe I was really real little, maybe they had a real one, but from far as I know and I can remember, I remember clicking that branch in there, spreading the little branches and everything, making sure everything is all lined up, and then you put all your decorations on. I mean, that seems like Christmas to me. That seems like Christmas to me.
So you can have your tree just open up and just be set. That's the one thing I hate about doing the fake Christmas tree and having to open up, because then you got to make sure you fill all the holes in. It's just like, that's just too much work. Just give me a real tree. I don't care if it's shedding everywhere. Shoot, and it smells good. It'll smell like attic smell.
Mothballs all over this thing. It's like mothballs. Oh man. So, the toys we had, looking forward to as kids, you had like your Transformers and stuff like that, Power Rangers, little like etch a sketch, big wheels, little motor. I remember my mom got me and my brother like this little electric Jeep. I remember those like little toys like that. There's probably kids nowadays are getting iPads and iPhones for Christmas, Bluetooth headphones, hoverboards, and PS4. I remember back in the day, I remember I got my Sega for the first time. Like, bro, I thought I was living on top of the world.
You shoot. Hey, I was rolling with a 64, Mario 64. It's still I actually broke it back out right now too.
That was my next one. So I went Sega first, and then went N64, and then I went up to PS2 after that. But yeah, it's like, do you think kids then cherish more of Christmas than kids now because they can get stuff a lot more quicker? I don't know if you quite feel the struggle like. I don't know if kids feel the struggle like we kind of felt the struggle as kids, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like a struggle like you were poor. Like, it's kind of hard to say, like, those toys are kind of hard to come by. Like, I remember there used to be like toys that your parents would go out and scrap for to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, there used to be like, used to be actual like toys that were so hot that if your parents didn't go out to get it around this time, you weren't getting this toy. That's what happened early day. Now you can Amazon order every toy that you might need and just have it sent to your house, bro.
Yeah, but then too, like you said though, kids nowadays they don't really. I mean, after you get past a certain stage, you're getting like iPads and stuff, hoverboards. I mean, it's different. You know, we didn't have our hoverboard was roller skates. You know,
Yeah.
so and
Yeah.
our iPads was a 64 or a Super Nintendo or something like that. So I don't know. It is different, but that just goes into the whole season now just being different and commercialized. And in my opinion, I don't even think people think about Christmas as what we used to think about it as. You know?
Well, I mean, is it because let's think about it like this? Is it because we started too early? Like we damn near almost celebrate Christmas and doing Thanksgiving. Like we're almost getting to the point like it's taking over things. It's taking out a whole other holiday. You know, because people are ready for Christmas like soon as November starts, pretty much. Like, bro, people are ready to put up Christmas. I saw Christmas lights like the week before Thanksgiving. Like, bro,
Well,
anybody people are like like, and my thing for me, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm not caring about celebrating Christmas until like around Christmas time or like like this like December 1st, and I'm ready
yeah,
to go.
25 days of Christmas. You know? I mean,
Thank you. That's the same thing
yeah,
I say. You know, my wife is other like as soon as Thanksgiving over, she ready to throw a tree up. I'm like, bro, because if I gotta hear Christmas music from now all the way to Christmas, I'm gonna be burnt out. I'm gonna be ready to stop hearing Christmas music like a week or two before Christmas. Like I'm about to be like, hey, turn this off. Like, because I don't get the enjoyment. You take my enjoyment and because you're expanding it too far. Because it's gonna be to a point where I'm hearing Christmas music all the way from November 1st all the way to December 20th, 25th. That's 2 full months of Christmas music. And it loses its specialness to me because dude, I've been hearing Christmas music for 2 months now. I don't care anymore. Like I'm over it. But I don't know how it is, what you think about it, but that's how I'm seeing it.
yeah. It's just to me, it's just too much. And you're right. Like everybody's jumping to Christmas so fast. Like, shoot, there were people that, like you said, they were out here in early November putting up their lights and stuff. I'm just like, man, I can understand you loving the holiday and loving stuff, but I feel like y'all love the holiday more than you actually love the meaning behind the holiday. Like
Yep.
people are in malls and stuff doing their shopping, but you don't feel any kind of love for anybody. It's more like I'm gonna get mine, I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna do my thing for my family. But the stranger or people that I know or acquaintances, you're not feeling that same type of love that you might have felt back when we were growing up, because everybody was like Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and even or you didn't get mad at somebody that say Merry Christmas. You didn't get mad at somebody that said Happy Holidays. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. It's just Americanized Christmas.
Yeah, everybody's a touchy feely, and and I guess like even like craziness like Black Friday shopping, which is people where they get their bulk of their Christmas shopping done, and people are like savages out here, man. I see tons of videos like people going nuts in a Walmart, on Black Friday over some TVs that, first of all, depending on the brand, they're gonna be even small. Like you gotta get the lesser brands that are still good. Like Element TVs are good brands, but those brands have the ability to have bigger TVs for their brands. Like set up a Samsung, you might find like a 45-inch or a 40-inch for like $100 and some change. Whereas you might get a 55-inch for like 200 from a different, like a lower brand. But I see these videos that these people like ripping open like pallets to get to these TVs. It's like, man, they even push Black Friday up to Black Thursday. They actually started on Thursday Black Friday shopping. I hope they did it, because I remember one time me and my buddy, we did like this like the last time they officially did like Black Friday, when you had to wait up to midnight and you go like those like night shopping. And we was like, man, let's go do it. This probably about 6 years ago. Probably about 6 years ago.
It's been about that long.
I think that's about the time frame. Like that was like the last real like Black Friday when you had to go actually like at the midnight, 12 o'clock Black Friday. And we went to the mall, and this is like, Belch is just about to open. It hits 12 o'clock. And you know who are real savages when it comes to Black Friday? White women. Old white women. Boy, these women are not playing, bro. I saw Belks open their door, and They didn't even give a damn what the hell they were grabbing. They just grabbed the first few things in the opening. Like, you even got into the store, dude. They grabbed suitcases at the front door opening and start dragging them through the store. And it's like, what? Like, hey, white people don't play. Oh man! I also remember one time we went like on a Thursday. You know, you always got the cheap games. You know, this is like the great time to get like the new release games out for cheap, like $30, because they still $60. And we're hovering around where they got the games at, yada yada. And me and my brother kind of get like this. We kind of like acquaintance with this black mom that was there, and she was talking. We were chopping up. She told me what she was getting. Women in general are like the best Black Friday shoppers. Guys are not. Women are like the best Black Friday shoppers. When it comes to getting like stuff or carving their way to get something, women are the best. I don't care what nobody say.
Well, because they have a plan too. You know, we go to places we don't got no plan. We just like, all right, let's do this.
Dude, I saw this lady box out a grown man like a power forward to get us 3 games, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I said, what? She said, had her dude backed up. She said, what games you need? We said, we need 2 FIFAs, 3 Black Ops, and da-da-da-da-da. She, and throwing dimes of us to game. Well, we got about this so quick. I said, oh, man, I don't know if I was prepared for what was supposed to go happen. Oh, wow. Man, but the holidays are still fun, man. I do enjoy the holidays. I do enjoy getting time to see family and spend time another, extended time of probably a break, because as far as like the Christmas break comes up for you guys, you got the kids out of school and whatnot, man. So I know that's a big time for you guys down there.
I mean, my kids just started school, so I mean, it ain't really a big time to me. I mean, it's not gonna be a big time to like the 20th. I'm gonna just be real,
Sorry.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, man, with all that being said, man, for everyone out there, man, Christmas is a fun time for you to get with your family, man. Enjoy each other. Understanding that meaning Christmas is not about the material gifts that you're being given. Is actually about the time that you're actually getting to spend time with your family that some people do not. There are a lot of people out there that do not get to spend time with actual family because they have other things that they're struggling with, man. But we're gonna probably end it right there, man. This has been the Smooth Way Podcast. That has been Kendall Allen. I am Destin Parker. Tune in next week for another episode, where we bring you some more topics that we got going on. If you have any topics that you would like to hear for us to discuss wherever I post this podcast, please leave a comment up under. Please, feel free to give us any feedback. You can tell us if I need to replace Kendall, man. Maybe I need to get a better co-host. I don't know. I'm just joking. Dude. Nah, Kendall's great, man. He's my boy, man, my brother. But hit me up at on my Instagram at DestinXP. Hit me up on Facebook at Destin Parker if you know me. Anywhere though, man. I ain't gonna give out Kendall stuff. Just say, just tell me what you want me to tell Kendall, and I'll tell him if you want to, man. Right now, we ain't giving out his stuff right now.
Man, I'm too important to the world, man.
Yeah.
I'm like security of the world, Craig.
He's Trump's side man in charge, man. So he know how he do. He ain't gonna think on that. He can't think on that. He can't even say that.
I play the 5th.
Mic drop.
More like silence.
But that's been us, man. That's been our time, man. Once again, like I said, this has been Smooth Way Podcast, man, and we out.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.